Day. Sit up. What's the deal? It's the boy Duane.p.mclean at Duane.p.mclean TV. Shouts out to everybody supporting the channel. I really appreciate all the support we've been getting. Continue hitting the like button, continue commenting, continue sharing. And if you're also looking to get your content promoted, your channel promoted, or your business, please contact me at patrock1982@gmail.com. The email will be in the description box. And also follow me on Patreon for all my exclusive edited content, because I've tried to give that to y'all on YouTube, multiple videos, but YouTube won't monetize them, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mind putting them out there for free and later on down the line when I'm in a more of a lucrative situation. So for right now, the edited breakdowns will be on Patreon. We just did one on Little Baby and his Axe commercial, and we just also did one on Young Thug's sisters. Those are the ones who didn't touch YouTube. The other two did. But we also got more coming out on the Patreon as well, as far as edited content, all right? Now, today's video is going to be kind of a curveball. It's going to be about Russell Wilson. So he was recently trending on Twitter. He has a photo of him with him and baby Future, all right? And I want to just come to have this conversation to see, is he the quote-unquote simp, or is he just a good man, all right? In my personal opinion, I personally feel like we need more Russell Wilsons out here. Hear me out for all you guys in the manosphere, which is probably one of the most toxic environments of all time. The manosphere, and I'm letting you guys know this, the manosphere was created in a lab. The feminist agenda was created in a lab. All this stuff was created in labs where they tested out on numerous of people to see what the reaction would be. So they're putting man against woman, putting woman against man. They're making it harder for us to even cooperate with each other in a time where we need to cooperate the most. Inflation is high. Unless you're making $100,000 a year, you're not going to be able to make it on your own. So you're going to need yourself a partner. But besides that, I know before I get the manosphere upset, I do feel like Russell Wilson's a good man. Now, I personally would not father another man's child for my personal. I have my own children, and I don't even like kids. I don't like my children. I hate everybody's kids. I don't like your kids, his kids, their kids, her kids. I don't like them. Get them away from me. I don't be around kids. Only kids I'm around is my own. And I personally feel that's how most men should be. Now, in a hypothetical situation, say I meet a woman that I catch feelings for, I like, and I feeling her. She has a kid. I'm cool with that. Now, will I date a woman with 3-4 children? It's going to be hard for me because I'm not in a financial situation to buy a home with multiple houses. Now, if I would date a woman with multiple children, but far as settling down, starting a family, that would be something that would have to be talked about amongst both parties, and where we can come out with a way we can actually house both these kids. Now, I am getting up in age, so the women I date, their kids are a lot older. But I would suggest that if you are a guy and you don't have children and you meet a woman with kids or a child, and you like this woman, I feel that you should not get rid of a potential great relationship. You should not put that to the side because she has children, because it's somebody. Let me tell you something. When you find a partner that you can get along with, find somebody that you actually can have great chemistry with, y'all flow, y'all function, you do not want to get rid of that at all, beyond all means. I'm telling you guys, that's like the most important thing. So when you so I know the manosphere will tell you don't date a woman with kids, you're raising another man's legacy. I wouldn't say don't date them, but they are right about raising another man's legacy. But who cares? That's that ego stuff. You guys got to start putting that ego stuff away to the side, all right? Now, another thing would be if I was to date a woman with kids, if the father's in the life, I'm never going to try to be the child's father. Now, most young boys just want to have male guidance. They seek for that. You know, I've dated women in the past who had sons, and I couldn't keep the little guy away from me. I'm like, look, man, look, I don't want to play the game with you. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't do nothing with you. I have my own kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say in my brain, but I still try to make the time to hang out with this guy. It felt so weird going to the park, throwing a football with somebody else's kid, but it seemed like the boy, he needed that time, and I also gave him a lot of advice. He learned some stuff from me. And my son as well. There's a guy who's very active in my son's life. Now, he's the father of my son's brother, but he has no blood connection to my son. But me and this man are very cool, and I allow my son to be with them during the school breaks. He's been in my son's life since he was since my son was like 9 months old. He's been in my son's life, and he loves my son. And I don't think that's weak of him to be like. I think that's very strong of him to continue to fight to be in my son's life. Like, he actually fights to be in my son's life. I'm actually having to get paperwork made for whenever we have we got some serious stuff going on off the camera. So whenever stuff goes to the courts and stuff with the mothers, I have paperwork in place for him to still see my son no matter what. I think that's very manly of him. I do think it's very manly of a man to take that step up to be in another child's life. Now, like I said, would I try to be the father of this kid? No. Now, if the father's nowhere to be found, he's a deadbeat like Future. I don't look at Future as a good father. I think that he's just one of those generic black dads, quote unquote stereotypical black dads that just buy the kids stuff, take them to Chuck E. Cheese and think that's enough. There's more to parenting than that. Now, my personal opinion, if I was dating a woman who had a situation like that, and I loved the woman and I had feelings for her, because fellas, you guys get feelings, you guys have emotions, you guys are going to like a woman, all right? Stop, all that alpha male stuff is destroying you guys. All you guys are going to have to end up simping up one day for a lady. You're going to have to end up being romantic. You're going to have to, if you find a woman you like, a woman that's chemistry is perfect with yours, y'all can sit up and talk all night. The important things, not the fun things. The fun things, the bedroom time, that's just fun stuff. The serious stuff, is she a good partner? Is she somebody that's going to continue to hold you down while you're down? Can y'all cooperate? Are y'all arguing? Is there a great flow? Can y'all last a year? Because usually this is how relationships work. There's usually a good year, second year's kind of terrible, and the third year you're over it. If y'all can get to year 3 and y'all still are able to talk all night, that is a perfect relationship, and I think you need to go ahead and marry that woman. My advice is to give the date for 3 years. I know some people don't want to date that long. I think you need to date for 3 years before you decide to get married. Do not rush into it. It's 3 years versus 10 years of a waste of time. So say you go through that 1 year, marry the chick, then 2 to 3 years, after the first year, it's downhill. Then now y'all stuck in a marriage for 7, 8 years, unhappy. You know what I'm saying? But that's a totally different video for another story. The idea of this is that is Russell Wilson a simp? All men in relationships are simps, okay? And every man needs to learn to simp up sometime. I'm a simp. I will say it all day. I get it. I love simping out to the ladies, to my women. The women I simp with, do they cater to me? Yes. Do they like me back? Yes. I'm not simping to women who don't like me. Now, if you're a guy and you're just all out simping for women who's not interested in you, then yes, that's a problem. I don't advise that. But what Russell Wilson is doing is very, very manly. Very manly. I commend him, man. Shouts out to all the guys who step up and be in other children's lives, especially good fathers. There's some people who are not even the best fathers out there, you know what I'm saying? And this other man can teach this child something that you're not able to teach them. This other person, same with moms. Most time, moms don't do this. And it's always talked with the fathers for some reason about this. But moms don't talk about stepmama and, ooh, she's raising another woman's kids and all the other stuff. I think moms kind of get a lot of slack. I think more men get slack for raising other men's kids than women do. Now, what I don't agree with is when you're a man and you have your own children and you don't take care of them, but you're over here living with this woman taking care of her kids. That's a no-no. That's what I don't agree with. That's why I put my foot down on. That's why I feel like that is the most worst thing you can do as a man. You have your own children, but you want to lay up with this woman and her kids and raise her kids and do trips with her kids, but your own kids don't get your own attention. That right there is the problem. I don't think Russell Wilson is doing it. I don't think he even had kids before he met Sierra. Now, do they make a cute couple? My personal opinion, no. They're ugly together. They're a terrible looking couple. In my personal opinion, he looks like he fits off better with either more of if he's gonna date a black woman, I see him with more of a darker, thicker woman. He will look better with, or a lady outside of his race. I would say, but Sierra is not the phenotype that looks decent with him. And does she look interested in her relationship with him? No. That's why people call Russell Wilson a simp. I don't think they call him a simp because he's raising another man's kids, and I respect that. I think we call him a simp because we all know deep down inside Sierra just settled. and he's happy in the world. But when we see him, she doesn't look happy. When we see her, it looks fake. Even though, let me tell you this, all the celebrity relationships, a majority of them are all fake. I do feel some sincerity or some seriousness with this one in some type of way. I feel like this is not a staged relationship. Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, fake. Dej Loaf, Lil Durk, fake. The list goes on. The list goes. Those are like the main two. Beyonce, Jay-Z, fake. That's the fakest relationship out of all of them. No, those are not people who are in a relationship. Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, fake. Now, do I feel Russell Wilson and Ciara's fake? To an extent, but I think there might be some realness with this relationship, in my personal opinion. And I think that the reason why he's looked upon as a simp amongst society is because we can all look at Ciara and she's not looking at you the way she looked at Future. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the whole stereotype of the black community came from, where, and this happens all the time, y'all. I don't know why people don't want to accept this. This happens all the time. Black women do not, and not black women as a whole. So if you're a lady, you don't fit into this, cool. But y'all know, y'all can play crazy that you don't know, but black women as a whole don't like the square guy. The nerdy dude does not get no love. The thugged out, dreadhead, gooned up gets all the love by the prettier, thicker black girls. All the time. All the time. College girls. Most women's like neck tattoos. Do square guys got neck tattoos? No. I didn't know about the neck tattoo till this year. I didn't know women thought that was attractive. Women love neck tattoos. Not all women. And I can't stand when I speak like this because somebody in the comments think I'm talking about. I'm speaking on a majority. Okay? So majority of women like neck tattoos. Who have neck tattoos? Bad boys, the thugs, all that stuff. And it's been a stigma in the community for years that people try to ignore, that our women particularly go for the tougher looking guy, which is understandable. They're more, I understand it 100%. They're way more chill. There's no anxiety with these people. These guys, most of those guys are tuning their emotions. They're straightforward. Some of them are honest, some of that. And it's just the physique and the look of protection. You know what I'm saying? You can't never stop the, what's it, the not law of attraction. What's that word I'm looking for? Natural selection. Y'all can never stop that. That's going to always happen. But we know Ciara does not look at Russell Wilson in the same fashion as she looks at Future. But shouts out to him. As long as he's happy, that's fine. If you're happy to be in a relationship with a woman not interested in you, cool. And let me know if y'all need me to do a part 2 on how to know if a woman's not interested in you, because it's very easy to know. But that's all I got to say about this topic, man. It's the boy Duane.p.mclean at Duane.p.mclean TV. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'm out.